let's look at the future. What's the sort of optimistic view if Europe gets this right? Because clearly they're doing this omnibus because they realize something's gone wrong, right? That the regulation isn't fit for purpose. Maybe the omnibus isn't perfect either, but we need a hyperloop or something instead. But if in the perfect world, if things go well, what's the kind of potential for Europe in the tech world over the next sort of 5-10 years?
Can I go first, and then
I'll
shut up? But I wanted to inject some positivity, so good timing. But Digital Omnibus Package, yes. I mean, the fact that we're even having the conversation about simplification and harmonization is a good thing. Does it go far enough? Probably not. Let's continue the conversation. Positive notes, plenty to go around. Like we have a European Commissioner for Startups now. It's in her title. We have a EU Startup and Scale-up strategy, and you can say a lot of bad things about that strategy, and it's only a strategy. Like it depends on the execution and the implementation, of course, but at least there's a strategy, right? So those are things that I wanted to also share on a positive note. The European Innovation Act that's coming seems promising to me. The Quantum Act that's coming in 26 seems to be heading in the right direction. So it's not all bad. So yeah, some positivity.
Yeah. Anybody else want to put a smile on our faces?
I mean, just in the past 5 years since I've been here, I've noticed that investors have started working together more. There's a lot more digital transaction opportunities. So I mean, there's companies coming up so you can actually invest in any startup or other things quite easily now. So we're seeing this groups of investors that are crossing borders all over the place. It's not an angel group from one country, an angel group from another country, and a VC from another country. They are actually creating these umbrellas where they can actually work together. That's really bringing the community together. That's one of the reasons that startups are getting to become more successful, because they're getting more exposure across borders because of these types of groups. And so that's something huge that's changed in the last 5 years. I mean, it's only going to get better with the EU Inc. thing, but we're well on our way to cross-border investments, making the startups be able to do cross-border transactions, and actually building up the ecosystem. They don't just stay in their country and die or leave. They're actually, moving around. And 5 years, that's pretty fast. It was 0 to 50, now.
Brilliant. And Masha, you must see some hopeful signs in Dutch Basecamp with sort of...
No, absolutely. And I do love the
countries.
concept of tech sovereignty, right? So I do believe people are quite inspired. I just hope it doesn't stay as just a marketing and branding, signature of Europe. I believe if I would give one advice to policymakers is that it's good to lead by example as well and use European providers, right? Stop using maybe certain providers and invest more, maybe in our Mistral. We need more money, right? We need more capital, and capital should not be fragmented across all. It's good to concentrate in something that is good, and that good can become better, and then we will happily use European providers. We all would love to do that, so I do love the tech sovereignty. I like where it's going, but I think it would be great if the policymakers could also lead by example, right? Open more tenders and open calls for European providers and make it less about risk assessment, because startups are risky, we move fast, and risk assessments, just 500 pages on, risk assessment, RFP, we just don't understand, we don't have time for that. So easier access to capital and a little bit more adjusting to the speed of startups versus making startups adjust to the speed of the government. I think that would be my hope.
At least AI is here now, so they can help you fill those things out.
Elena, do you have any final positive thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I love EU Inc. We have people fighting from doing something that's needed to be done to helping navigate, people with compliance issues, to flipping investor and startup relationships and investments. So we have people here who are moving and making changes happen and stepping up for European Union, and that's what European Union needs to continue doing. We need to be stepping up.
Brilliant. I think we're going to leave it there, because actually that was, put some fire in our bellies.